You want to know what real shame feels like? It's not getting caught in a lie or tripping in public. It's standing in the pharmacy aisle at 11 p.m., pretending to shop for vitamins while you wait for the coast to clear so you can grab that antifungal cream without the teenage cashier judging your life choices. It's the moment you realize your underwear has become your enemy. Your own body has betrayed you in the most intimate way possible. Welcome to the underground world of the itchy, the scratchy, and the secretly suffering. When your body declares war on itself, the moment everything changed. You're living your best life. Maybe you just crushed that workout or survived another soul-crushing day at the office. You peel off those slightly too tight jeans, and then it begins. First, it's just a whisper. A tiny tickle. Probably nothing, you tell yourself. But within hours, that whisper becomes a scream. Your groin feels like it's hosting a bonfire that someone forgot to invite you to. The silent epidemic nobody talks about. Here's what the medical textbooks won't tell you. Jock itch affects nearly all people at some point. Yet we suffer in silence like Victorian ladies pretending ankles don't exist. We've created a culture where talking about digestive health is trendy, but mention a fungal infection down south, and suddenly everyone's studying their shoes. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about fungus. This is about power. The power your body has over your confidence, your relationships, your basic human dignity. The psychology of the itch. You know what happens when you can't scratch the itch? Your brain doesn't shut up about it. Every conversation becomes background noise to the symphony of discomfort radiating from your nether regions. You develop what I call the groin paranoia, constantly wondering if others can smell it, see it, sense your secret shame. You start walking differently. Sitting becomes a strategic military operation. Sex? Forget about it. You're too busy conducting covert scratching missions when your partner isn't looking. The science of your personal hell. Meet your microscopic tormentors. Let me introduce you to the villains of our story, Trichophyton rubrum and its fungal friends. These aren't just random microbes. They're sophisticated biological terrorists that have evolved over millions of years to turn your warm, moist skin folds into their personal paradise. These infections are caused by fungus and yeasts including Candida, Trichophyton, and Epidermophyton, names that sound like rejected Harry Potter spells, but pack a punch that would make Voldemort proud. The gut-skin conspiracy. But here's where the story gets interesting. Your gut isn't just digesting last night's burrito. It's conducting a complex orchestra that determines whether your skin lives in harmony or chaos. Recent research shows that diet can affect skin condition both positively and negatively through alteration of the gut microbiome. Your morning donut isn't just going to your hips. It's feeding an invisible army that might be plotting against your groin. Dysbiosis stimulated by psychological stress and diet results in systemic inflammation. Translation? Your stressed out, sugar-loaded gut sends inflammatory signals throughout your body like a drunk person texting their ex at 3 a.m. It's never going to end well. Think of it this way. Your gut microbiome is like the backstage crew of a Broadway show. When they're happy and well-fed with fiber and probiotics, the show goes on flawlessly. But feed them junk, stress them out, and suddenly the whole production falls apart, including the costume department managing your skin. The Diet Detective Story. CSI, Crotch Scene Investigation. Let's solve this case together. I became a detective in my own life, tracking every meal, every symptom, every moment of relief or relapse. The sugar smoking gun. Here's what I discovered in my investigation. Sugar isn't just making you fat. It's literally feeding your fungal enemies. Every time you down that energy drink or stress eat those cookies, you're hosting a yeast banquet in your bloodstream. I tracked my symptoms for 30 days. Day 1 to 10, high sugar diet, constant itching. Day 11 to 20. Cut refined sugars, moderate improvement. Day 21 to 30. Added fermented foods and fiber, dramatic improvement. The evidence was undeniable. The fiber files. Research shows that high-fiber Mediterranean diet correlated with lower psoriasis severity. If it works for psoriasis, imagine what it could do for your irritated skin folds. But here's the emotional truth nobody talks about. Changing your diet when you're already miserable feels impossible. You're itchy, you're embarrassed. And now someone's telling you to give up the comfort foods that got you through your worst days? I get it. I've been there. Standing in your kitchen at midnight, pizza slice in one hand, antifungal cream in the other, wondering if this is what rock bottom looks like. The fermentation revolution. But then I discovered fermented foods, and everything changed. Not just the medical benefits, though fermented foods decrease inflammation and improve microbial diversity, but the ritual of it. Making kefir became my meditation. Eating sauerkraut became my rebellion against the processed food industry that had been slowly poisoning my gut ecosystem. Every forkful of kimchi was a love letter to my future, fungus-free self. Lifestyle as medicine. The moisture wars. To avoid getting jock itch, shower or take a bath daily, especially after playing sports, and keep the area as dry as possible. Sounds simple, right? But let me tell you about the psychological warfare of staying dry. You become hyper-aware of every drop of sweat, every moment of moisture. You develop rituals that would impress a monk. The post-shower blow-dry session, the strategic powder application, the underwear selection process that rivals choosing a wedding dress. The cotton revolution. Wearing loose-fitting clothing made of cotton or synthetic materials designed to wick moisture isn't just fashion advice. It's a lifestyle philosophy. Every tight polyester garment becomes the enemy. Every synthetic blend is a potential betrayal. I threw out half my wardrobe. Not because it didn't fit, but because it didn't support my new fungus-free lifestyle. My underwear drawer became a temple to breathability. Stress. The hidden accelerant. Here's what shocked me most. Psychological stress stimulates dysbiosis, resulting in systemic inflammation. My stressful job wasn't just killing my soul, it was literally feeding my fungal infections. Every deadline, every difficult conversation, every sleepless night was like throwing gasoline on the inflammatory fire burning in my gut and radiating to my skin. Learning to meditate wasn't just self-care, it was medical necessity. Every deep breath was an act of rebellion against the stress-inflammation cycle that had hijacked my body. The phoenix rises from the ashes of antifungal cream tubes. Transformation montage. 6 months later, I'm a different person. Not just physically. Though yes, the itching is gone, the redness has faded, and I can wear any underwear I want without fear. But emotionally, I've reclaimed my body. I've learned that healing isn't just about treating symptoms. It's about understanding the complex ecosystem that is your body and learning to nurture it instead of fighting it.